It's Miller time! Hey! Welcome back to Asha Media TV. My name is Asha, and if you're new here, bienvenue to my little channel where I like to watch and react and review a variety of stuff related to sci-fi, fantasy, and comic books. So in today's video, I'm going to be watching episode 8 of the 3rd season of The Expanse, titled It Reaches Out. So I'm hoping the it that reaches out is Miller. Which kind of makes sense considering how we left off episode 7, right? Well, I will see. But before I get to pressing play on this episode, let me just cover some basic stuff with you, especially if you are new to my channel. Please listen up. Number 1, this is a spoiler reaction. So just making sure you know that in case you missed it in the title, there will be spoilers about this episode or possibly previous episodes I've watched. Nonetheless, spoilers ahead. And number 2, if by any chance you've come across my other videos where I had showed video footage and clips related to the episode, unfortunately I no longer provide those kinds of reactions here on YouTube. Instead, I provide a watch-along experience. So it's best if you get access to the episode on your end while I have it on my end, and then we sync up together using my visual and vocal cues that I provide. However, there are a couple of options for you now to consider. Number 1, I have now implemented some extra stuff in my reactions specifically for YouTube that apparently is safe to go along with. So that could be useful in helping you watch me react to this episode without too much work on your end, especially if you've already seen those episodes before, obviously. And number 2, if you want a completely stress-free experience in watching me react to The Expanse with bonus content and some other perks, check out the details in the description box below. And lastly, if you do decide to leave a comment, please start off your comment with no spoilers, followed by a non-spoiler comment so I don't miss out on any productive nugget of information that you want to share with me about this episode. Okay, so now I am ready to rock and roll by pressing play on this episode, and as I said in my intro, I'm pretty convinced it's going to be Miller time in this episode, but the best way to find out is by pressing play, so let's go. Hello, alright, so before I get to pressing play, I have to consider that you might be new to my channel and this could be your first time, so let me just give you a quick overview as to how my reaction watch-along process works. So I am streaming these episodes from Amazon Prime Video. I line up right at the beginning, and you'll see a visual cue for when I'm pressing play, pause, and rewind. I will also give you my vocal cue, and I normally pause for 3 reasons. Number 1, buffering, lagging issues, which has not been a problem, thankfully. And number 2, it's to rewind back to somewhere in the scene. And number 3, it's to have a paused commentary moment. So those are the main 3 reasons you'll see me abruptly pause, okay? Also, you'll see on the screen now, it's a new change that I'm testing out and hoping it'll be helpful for many of you, despite that it's kind of a minor inconvenience for me, but it's not too much of an inconvenience to not give a better experience for those of you here on YouTube. So now you'll see on the screen not only a timer that I put in post-edit to give you an idea where I am in the episode, as well as a timestamp, but you'll also now see the subtitles from the episode. But the entire image is blurred out and the audio is severely tweaked for copyright purposes, right? Apparently, it's the safest and most effective way I can show you the episode as much as possible without getting into trouble here on this platform. So if you enjoy it, please let me know in the comments because feedback about it is greatly appreciated. But as a reminder, I do provide an alternative version of my reaction. Details about that is in the description box below. There's bonus content and extra perks for you to consider. All right. Anyways, let's keep going. All right. 3, 2, 1, play. I'm like now thinking of that racer guy. Oh, Maneo. Oh boy. That's one way to go. UN plate. Ah. Yeah. They actually said it. It's not a nut. She has the best replies. That's a great reply. I hope they show, what was her name? Evita? I want to see her reaction to that. All right. So they're all going to see Maneo's, yep. My caffeine's actually depleted too. No, I want coffee. Hmm. Yes and no. Since it depends on your personal philosophy on things. See, I'm kind of guessing that maybe human organic material has a different reaction to the ring than technology. Mm-mm. What does that mean? Like, forget about it? No! Don't give up that quickly, drummer. We stole a church. I like that. It's true. For her, anyway. We stole a church. Ah. They all make such great points. Just depends which one you lean towards. Ooh, ooh, ooh. He looks younger. Is that just me? I was like, did he change his voice? Mm. I don't trust her one bit. She's scary, actually. Yeah, she just proved why I'm scared of her. Is that the, yeah, Melba? Alright, so she just passed out, pretty much. Is that guy still there, dead? Yeah. Hmm. She seems to feel remorse. So is it like a, Hulk situation? Where she barely remembers what she's done? She's damn lucky nobody came down before she woke up. Mm. How is she gonna fix this? No. Shouldn't have thrown his body in there? Well, I guess she's gotta put it somewhere. But how's she gonna hide this man? That's it's gonna be weird. Okay, yeah, so it is something in her tooth. Oh boy, here she goes now. God. But a guy like this going missing, it's gonna create a lot of suspicion. He's not some random Joe Blow, right? I mean, he's part of their staff. Yes, it'll be interesting to see how she covers all this up. I'm just wondering how much of the dosage stuff she has in her tooth or gums or wherever it is in her mouth. Nice cups or nice glasses. For love. Gosh. That's something I would do too. What can I say? I'm kind of a lush. Mm. Sneaky mofos! Sneaky mofos. What did he take? What did he do? I guess we'll find out. Meh. Oh, yeah, that's a reasonable thing to check. Don't blame him. Okay, going to pause. Let's pause at the wrong moment. All right, I'm just going to go back. So I'm at 1600. I'm going to go back 10 seconds. And then I'm going to count down to play and pause when Holden is looking at the results on the screen kind of thing. So 3, 2, 1, play. Pause. 1558. Results fall within normal range based on the patient's age, sex, and physical condition. Proceed with dietary recommendation and standard MCRN crew exercise regimen. No foreign bodies detected. No abnormalities detected. That's good, but not good for Holden. All right, let's continue. 3, 2, 1, play. Is afraid of the results on that. If it comes up positive, that's going to be interesting. Damn it. Of course, they clip away to another scene. Is she going through like withdrawal or something? Or? She's probably going to have to kill this guy too, right? I can only presume it's her first time this has happened. Or having to kill someone. Negative. Right? Ah. It's almost like he wished it was positive to, I guess, account for the apparitions. Doors and corners. He just replied back to him. Havelock. Oh no. A ring that eats ships. I like that. I hope he eventually does tell Amos or someone. Hmm. I don't know. My bet is still that proto stuff on the ship, you know. Hmm. Nothing new there. Is Anna gonna catch on to this lady? Oh my gosh, if Melba kills Anna, Jesus. Mm. This nosy Parker. I am a bit surprised that. Oh, Gosh, I don't know. I can't remember what this means again with this. I know Naomi explained it. But I am a bit surprised nobody kind of thought of the possibility of these two journalists trying to tamper with stuff. I don't think they should be allowed to roam around the ship unattended, you know? I knew he was going to ask. She's speaking my language now. It's your job, I can. Are they going to show it? I have brain matter all over me. All right, I'm going to pause. Take a wild guess. So I'm at 2809. Wild guess. Well, I guess it's pretty obvious, right? He's put two and two that Miller appeared at the time Maneo went through, or at the time the ring was activated through Maneo's actions. All right, let's see if they even clarify that. All right, count down to play. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, pause. 2858. I'm gonna go back because interesting thing he said. They killed me when I something with boundaries. I just want to hear that again. 10 seconds. 20. Actually, I don't need to. It says right there. When I exceed my boundary conditions, they killed me. Okay. All right. So I'm at 2838. I'm gonna count down to play from here. 3, 2, 1, play. Boundary conditions. And he's aware of the surroundings in this form. And it knows that Holden can't touch him. Oh, this is so cool. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm loving this. It's like it's almost like a projected consciousness, right? What is this woman up to? Until it works. Huh. Don't make Amos crow about the door. Just go. Ah. Melba's causing this chaos, but what is the purpose? Oh, somebody's fucking framing him. How convenient. Oh my gosh. One explosion in one video. Look what it does. What does that mean? Look at them recording this. True. This is... Battery's running out on... Yeah! 1 minute is the key, it seems, okay? Yeah. Down to 30 seconds now. Oh, Proto Goo, do something! I don't know. Huh? Oh boy. Ah. Oh, that's not what Amos should want to hear. Okay, I'm going to pause because it's the right time for me. 3829. So, one of you, I won't say your first name for privacy, but club member, made a point, very simple point, non-spoilery, but I'm just going to presume the point applies, that it's the speed at which Maneo went to, going from like super fast momentum to, 100 to 0 played a role in his body flying guts and everywhere. So what I'm understanding is, what I think, obviously I'm going to see if it's true, is that Holden is realizing from Miller's guidance that the speed at which they enter the ring is the key. As Miller said, you don't just, you got to check the doors and corners kind of thing. Take your time, basically. That's what I'm trying to articulate. Take your fucking time and, ease into the ring. Gosh, it took all that babble to get to that. But that's what I'm understanding. That he's going to slow down into the ring, make it a gradual, careful process, so to speak. Because that will be the defining moment between life and death. Going through the ring. Let's find out! Gosh. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Or are they? Obviously they're not. They're the stars of the show. That in and of itself kind of spoils it. But it's the outcome that I'm interested in seeing. Are they inside? Oh, they're inside? Ah, man. Okay, well, as I said, they're the stars of the show, so it's an automatic presumption they'll be fine. The question is, what's going to happen? They're going to end up in this dimensional world of the protomolecule. Will they see Miller and Julie and all kinds of people? Who knows? Yeah. Lots going in my mind. It's just how I can verbalize it to you all. Okay. Here comes my takeaways from the episode. Woo! So another bump in the ride of the Expanse. This was a fantastic episode. So what I've decided to do is I'm now going to just streamline my takeaways to my top 3 moments that were memorable, or moments that I definitely have questions about, or I won't forget what they're of. Either way, it's going to be in a top 3 format, because as I'm moving forward into the series, there's just so much detail. And because I do these takeaways right after watching the episode, there's only so much I can remember, because my wheels are spinning, right? They're spinning and they're spinning and they're spinning. All right, so let's start with my first takeaway, which is Milla. It was definitely Miller time in this episode. And thank you to one of my club members that made it a point for me to pay attention in this episode, and it's the perfect timing for me to have put subtitles now for these episodes. Although I do find them to be somewhat a distraction, I will gradually train my eye to stay on the action, because they really are distracting. But, for other purposes that matter to me, especially with my channel on YouTube, I will keep the subtitles there nonetheless. Now, if you watched my reaction, I did have a paused moment where I was talking about what I think Miller is in terms of what Holden is seeing and hearing. And the protomolecule goopity goop being on the ship, I don't think is a coincidence, since in the actual episode, they did show it and then pan to Miller, which I'm taking as a viewer is a hint that there is a connection to Holden seeing Miller on the ship as somewhat of a guiding force, helping Miller not to make a disastrous decision, so it seems, to speed through the ring the way Maneo did. Now, in terms of how I'm describing what I think Miller is, the best to my awareness of knowledge of the English language, which is my first language, slash French, but anyway, I see Miller as a projected aspect of his own consciousness that the protomolecule can do, perhaps only if its proto stuff is in the vicinity, which is on the Rossi ship, and hence why Holden can see Miller. Now, why is it just Holden? Perhaps it's Miller's choice somehow, because his consciousness is part of the protomolecule pool. Now, there's no doubt this is definitely an episode I'm going to have to rewatch and pay attention or analyze the lines that Miller said. Or, of course, some of you may be kind enough and more experienced enough in your knowledge of everything to break it down for me in more simple terms, because I think on a rewatch I'll still be confused because I don't know the bigger picture to the point that all of you are at with the Expanse. Nonetheless, there's no doubt in my mind that the words that this Miller type persona was speaking to Holden not only is a reflection of Miller's personality and his life experiences when he was human, but I feel is also utilized in a way to help Holden, obviously in this case, as we saw in this episode, put two and two together to understand what actions to take next. That's the best way I can express myself on this end for now. So let's just say it was great to see Miller. I love that he helped possibly save the Rossi crew from a certain death if they were to do things the way Maneo did, which obviously I'll see for myself in episode 9 if that ends up being the best judgment call. Now let's talk about my takeaway number 2, which is all about Melba. We need to talk about Melba. Now I know many of you have already advised me that the Melba story narrative is going to unfold, but what I've seen so far in this episode is absolutely awesome. And what I take away from it as a viewer is, okay, here is this very troubled individual. Maybe troubled is not the right way to describe her. An individual with a mission that she feels she has to complete, but the process to which, or the experiences she has to go through to complete this mission is very troublesome for her, perhaps on her conscience, because there's no denying that she felt genuine remorse and perhaps grief really for the actions she had to take to kill that man. And she even said to him that she wished he had not opened up the thingy that showed the bomb. So it's not like she was ready and willing to hurt him, but she had no choice given the circumstances or perhaps the mission she's under. Now, question is, who put her up to it? Is she working alone? I highly doubt it, but it could be possible. She could be that Lone Ranger with a vengeance against Holden or the OPA or Earth or everybody. I don't know. I'm looking forward to see that unfolding. But what I find fascinating in terms of narrative is that they've now created this connection between her and Anna. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Anna's contact with Melba, or perhaps appeal to Melba's humanity, could change maybe other decisions that she is planning to do against OPA, Mars, Earth, whatever. I don't know. All I know is right now, Melba and Anna seems to be the story coming up. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I guess I'll find out. And my third takeaway from this episode is now the drama again. The drummer, Naomi Clace? Is it Clace? That's how you say his name, or Clash? I know drummer said his name, and I gotta go back and listen to how she said it again. But either way, I'm gonna call it the DNK. The DNK, Team DNK? I don't know. Let me know if there's like a nickname for all three of them. Either way, that whole moment of should you do this? Should you do that? If you don't do this, this will happen. This is how they'll see it. Blah, 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 blah. The interpolitics of one person's action. And Drummer, did she make the right decision? I personally think she did, under the given circumstances of not knowing what's what and knowing that the whole OPA, all of them could have been in more serious trouble. Either way, how I saw that, and maybe I saw it wrong, but what I think I saw and understood was that if they did not take action against the Rossi, Earth and Mars would have had a reason to put, again, all blame on the Belters, thinking it was them that caused it, and continue this vicious cycle of constant persecution towards them, especially at a point when they're now leveling up on the playing field with everybody else, which would have been unfair. So I empathize more with Drummer's decision, looking at the bigger picture in that moment with the details she knew, despite her conflict of trusting Naomi's judgment that wasn't Holden and it could have been something else. But with the 1 minute time frame they were given from the UN, otherwise other action would have been taken against them, I think it was the best judgment call that Drummer could have done, and perhaps a godsend the situation that their missile was a little bit delayed before attacking the Rossi right away. So there you have it. That's my reaction and my takeaways from episode 8 of The Expanse, the 3rd season. Looking forward, of course, to episode 9. Will they go through the magical ring? I'm just calling it the magical ring for now. Unharmed, unscathed? I believe so, only because, they are the major actors of the story. If I had it my way, though, those journalists, I wouldn't mind if they just disappeared when they got through the ring. I don't like them at all. But even if the Rossi crew goes through the ring successfully, question is now, how is everyone else going to react? What's the UN going to think? What's Mars going to think? What actions are they going to now take if they see that it's safe to go through the ring? Are they all just going to try to go through it? Will there be consequences? Can everyone go through the ring? Or is it those that perhaps are invited by the protomolecule? Because I kind of saw that too with Miller. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. I kind of saw Miller being projected through or from, or combination of both, from the protomolecule as almost a blessing. In a sense, it's kind of like, okay, as long as you listen to me, Holden, and you get your crew to go through slowly, you won't die. And so because of that direct invitation from a projected consciousness of Miller, that's part of the PM, that's why perhaps they may be safe to go through, but maybe not everyone else. So I'm basically saying that this is an invitation-only type of ring. I know that's probably far-fetched and complete nonsense, but hey, that's my specialty these days. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, the best way you can show me is by following those prompts that you see there at the bottom right of your screen. I know you see them. Follow it. Thank you so much for watching, and until episode 9, this roller coaster is at a halt. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos and subscribe. You know you wanna.